Hi guys. First of all, coffee because adulting can be hard for some of us, and I'm here to address that despite the really bad lighting. So, I have been through very difficult times, and as mentioned before in my other videos, I went through depression and anxiety. I know it's still going on nowadays, and in this situation where people who are basically stuck being home, even myself, but not really since I'm a flight attendant, but I try to stay home as much as possible. I cannot see myself with this light. Maybe I should stay like this. Anyways, I told myself many people are being stuck at home. With those kind of thoughts, this is where I think it's important to really kick in with some good tips and tricks on how to combat negativity, but not just how to combat it, how to welcome it, become friends with it, use it to become a better version of yourself. I mean, even though you're going through depression or anxiety, in the end, if you win this battle, and I'm sure you will, if you really go on and fight strong, because I'm still fighting each day, and I believe it is something that everyone goes through, bad days, good days, and it's important to keep on going, not to let go. And sometimes it's difficult, even for myself. I still have to push myself to go outside and do activities, continue doing what I want to do, even if I don't want to. So, today I want to talk about a positive outlook that doesn't forget to include a perspective on negativity. How negativity can actually be something you can hold on to and turn it into something positive. Basically turning a lemon into a strawberry shortcake or something. I think negative emotions are very important. It triggers this need to want to have self-improvement within us, because if you really want to work on it and you welcome your negativity, you can make great things. It sounds absurd, I know, even to me it did. And honestly, I wasn't told by any therapist or someone else that you have to welcome negativity. It was more like welcome how you feel, become comfortable with it, make friends with who you are at the moment in order to understand yourself, in order to really develop ways to love yourself as who you are, no matter which state of mind you are in. And that really helps. So when you want to change someone, it won't work, because they have not felt the need to change. They haven't been in a stage where they despised the habit or what they're doing to the point of wanting to change. They're not unhappy enough to want to change the situation they're in. And they will continue to do so until they become angry about it. When I was in a stage of depression, I had countless people around me supporting me, my family, my friends. They were trying to get me out of it by doing outings, proposing me to start selling clothes, to start selling a lot of my potential, basically, because I love to paint, and I was painting on jackets, and I was told that I should start selling those because they're wonderful. And I believe it's true, but I wasn't in a state of mind where I thought it was possible. I was like, you know what, I have to go through this. It's a tough time. I still believed in myself because I wanted to change this very difficult situation I was in. So what I did is I kept believing that things will change and that it would come naturally from one day to another. it would be this click that makes me feel like all is back to normal again. And I won't say it wasn't the case. In some way, there was a trigger. I discovered what I really wanted to do and why I wanted to do it, and what would result from it was amazing. And I finally feel like I've been healed from this whole process. But I think that it doesn't happen like this for everyone. And for me to be able to get to this point, I didn't just wait forever. At some point, I really got mad at myself, and I decided to do something about it. And I finally did. I finally did what I had to do. And it's really why I think, and what developed this idea of mine, this theory that you need to become mad at yourself in order to want to change, and in order to feel better in the end. And it's a process that makes you accept you even more in the end as well. But we have many different sides to ourselves. And then again, it depends which side we want to welcome into our everyday life, and which one we want to keep maintaining and feeding, because it's good to appreciate the fact that we have emotions as human beings. We can be sad, we can be angry, we can be anxious, we can be depressed. But I think it's important to really focus on the parts you want to keep about yourself and feed those thoughts. I did a lot of notes. I think it's really heartfelt notes, so it should be helpful along the way, because those are tips and tricks that I discovered and that I really thought a lot about, to be able to give you an insight about what you could do to help yourself. So why I want to fight and what made me do it? It wasn't because other people told me to do so. Although, like I said, support is important. It gets you at least the love and courage to stay strong and to at least keep on wanting to see the end of it. So I got mad at myself. Being mad at myself gives you a chance to want things to change. It gives you a purpose to fight and get better. Be accepting of who you are now, but don't accept that it will be this way forever. So you need to understand the state of mind you're in, appreciate yourself for your wholesome self, and even if you're going through difficult times in life, know that it's okay right now, but it won't stay like that forever. Be mad at the person who wants to give it all up. Tell that person, you know what? I'm done with you, because I know there's hope for me. Okay? Even if you don't see the hope, at least believe there is. Even if you don't believe in some particular spiritual or religious beliefs, whatever you believe in, basically, believe there is hope. Create your own life jacket, your own lifesaver. Welcome the person in you who wants things to get better. Become friends with the idea that nothing is perfect. Once again, we're humans, we have emotions, we go through a lot, and each day we cannot be 100% our best selves, but we can always try 100% the best we can to have what makes us feel better, what is politically correct, and go on about our day. And at least we know that we're actually reaching out to become the better version of ourselves. Despite the idea that everything is but a black hole, nothing is black and white. There's gray zones. And when you're under this spell of whatever makes you feel bad about yourself or your life, your situation, it won't stay that way forever. I know I'm repeating myself, but I want you to know this. And as myself, I know it takes me a while to really register information sometimes, and I need to hear it more than once, so that's why. Be mad for not being thankful of what you already have, because I know when your parents tell you when you're a kid, eat your broccoli, they don't have food in this or that, country. So it's important to be thankful of what you already have and to realize that your situation is not as bad as your mind wants to let you think it is. Have the weak part of yourself to find the strong one within you. So believe that you need bad in order to get good. So if you have a weak part of yourself, that means you definitely have a strong part of yourself. You just have to find it, and you have to believe in it and keep feeding it. And that's what I did. I found many tricks down the road, and one of them can sound really silly, but when people tell you be your best friend, that's what I did. I became best friends with myself, basically talking on a mirror. A bit like right now, talking to the camera, like if I'm talking to a mirror. And that's probably why I feel so comfortable talking to a camera that is facing me and showing me basically what I'm saying, and it's like I'm talking to someone else. And I think some people back in the days might have thought that that's crazy. I should go to a psychiatric hospital. But, what works for you works for you. Who cares what other people think? Be mad for wasting days doing nothing, but be thankful for the fact that you can change your habits. Because you can basically be mad for doing nothing, but at least be happy for being able to breathe and that you can work on it. And it's not over. The fight is not over. And if you don't stop fighting, the fight is not over. Right? And you cannot win it if you don't continue to fight. And that's why I continue to fight. Whichever bad thoughts go through my mind. And I also am welcoming of them because I'm comfortable with them now. And I know that it's only temporary and that better days are ahead. And I always told myself that. Each time I felt bad, I would look up the sky and say, hey, the sky is so huge, so blue, so vast. And I'm just a human being and everything's gonna be fine. Things have their course. And there's things bigger than those small problems I'm going through. And that made me feel actually better. So if you want, try that too. That's just another one, my little tricks that I developed just naturally, I guess. But try to compare things sometimes. It gives it better perspective. Yeah. Exactly. Feed purpose into your life and be mad at what drags you down in those negative thoughts. So if you don't already have purpose, try to find purpose, even if it's a small one. I always told myself that volunteering would be a good idea. I didn't end up doing it. Well, I did, but not continuously. Maybe it wasn't my thing, maybe just not the right timing, but I decided to feed purpose into just makeup. Stupid, right? But it gave me really joy. Hey, I can play with all those colors. Same with painting. Hey, I can create my own worlds. I don't need to feel so depressed about this world, because what I was seeing on the outside, everything was so depressing. Everything was so the same over and over again, and I felt like there was no point to it. But I created my own version of it, and when you decide to live it on your own rules, your own terms, that's where it's really worth it. So create your own purpose, whoever and wherever you are in life. Write down what drags you down, what seems impossible to achieve. Just write it down. And if you need a moment, just cry about it. Receive your emotions. Receive it all. And see how weak you can get, but how liberated you'll feel after, because you stop putting so much pressure on yourself. And once in a while, that's really good. It's healthy. Write counterattack statements to those to prove yourself that they're just beliefs, that you are stronger than you think. Believe in the stronger version of yourself. So to all those things that makes you sad, that makes you depressed, try to write down something that tells you actually, hey, that's just a cloud passing by. It's a thought. And now this thought, I can replace it with another thought each time it comes up to my mind, and tell myself, or just look at the paper and tell myself, wow, that's actually something I can do about it. And I'm not just saying that randomly. I actually had those papers that I got from my therapist online that gave me those incredible tools where I have it right here. No, I don't, but it is basically a little paper that you put the cons, you put what's difficult, what's stressing you out, and you put what's not stressing you out anymore about it. Once you wrote down in the middle first what you're gonna do about it. I will insert the papers down below and you can check it out. So that will really help you to try to see different perspectives, see that you have control about the situation more than what your mind tells you. Yeah, let yourself be thankful for all the small battles won. If you're able to finally go back to jogging the way that you used to, because you fought and now you're able to do so. Me, one of my biggest battles was anxiety, social anxiety, and I'm doing a lot better with that because I started to really hate people. I didn't want to go outside. I would feel basically sick up to my stomach going outside, and I wanted to run away. And what I did is just telling myself it's okay, just smile, just smile to people and see, even if they don't smile back, who cares? Say hi, it breaks the ice. Some people want to answer you back right away, and you know, it's just social human interaction, and there's nothing to fear about it. So that's how I did. I basically saw that I could win over my fears, and that's basically what also is a small battle won. But a small battle won is just one battle one closer to the big fight or the big war, right? And yeah, each fight won is closer to winning the battle towards being happy again. Do things you used to do even if you don't want to. I've told that many people that if you're going through something, you will not feel the need or the wants to do anything about it. You'll feel like it's not worth it. Do it anyways. I swear, it's worth it. You'll see. Okay, here we go again. Big paragraph. One big thing that with depression is that it deprives you of wanting something because you don't feel pleasure or entertainment from it anymore. You feel it has no meaning and that therefore the effort towards it is not worth it anymore. This kind of thought pattern makes you despise even more your favorite hobby or activity. And when people invite you to something, you feel as though you're dragged in and you don't feel like they are genuine about it. You might even feel like a burden to your friends and family. All those thoughts I had to become mad and being used to a negative thought process for me to really start seeing clearly. I also had to start pushing myself to follow others without them basically begging me and dragging me to come with them. It had to come from me. Even if they asked me and I came, I felt bad about it. I felt lifeless, like a potato sack being dragged around. And that's the sad part of it. You have people trying to help you, but in the end you just feel like you're contaminating everyone with your bad vibes and your bad mood and everything. When I decided to go, even if I didn't want to, I was finally taking commands again. I was taking control of my own ship. I was deciding to stop letting life drift by me and become the captain of everything that could, or I could make happen for myself. And that was really amazing, because I felt alive again. And I think that's great. And that's why also I'm telling you, decide to do it for yourself, even if you don't want to. Push yourself, give yourself the chance to change by your own means. Decide to believe in yourself, even if you don't know who you are, where you are, what is your reason to being alive. Because choosing for yourself will give you a sense of self no matter what you are doing, what your life or what you should be believing in. You are your own light, and you just have to give yourself the chance. I really did a lot of thinking for this, but I think really those are good steps to go by. And why it's important to be negative. To accept who you are right now, and find within yourself the stronger one. Because just like yin and yang, black and white, this, like the story tells, the bad wolf, the good wolf, the black wolf, the white wolf, whichever you call them. But it's true, and I believe in you. And just like I believed in myself, I want you to start believing in yourself again. And really, I hope that all of those thoughts of mine that I wrote down and that I shared to you guys will help out in times of crisis, where you're maybe stuck at home and you can only work from home or study from home, wherever you are in the world with this big crisis and pandemic that's going on right now. And I really hope everyone stays safe, and I hope that we all go through this and there's hope. Keep believing in hope, create your own hope, create your own story. I did, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of you, because I know you'll be able to do it too. So if you're interested in my content, even though I don't post that much, because I put a lot of thought, and when I feel inspired, that's when I will send you guys the best of what I can give you. Just subscribe or give me a thumbs up, and I'll be linking down below the exercise. I'll find it in my numerous papers in the back. And once again, also, please use the board. Remember that board? This board. I'm still using it today, and write down really what will help you. And once it's done, just erase it. Even though I'm still working on that, I'll just write it back again. But yeah, it's a best trick I found out for myself to not pile up too many papers, because I still have my therapy papers and stuff. But this is for a daily basis. It works. Try it out. Okay, ciao, bye.